course, I'm frozen today. There we go. Good morning. How are you? RM user Michelle. Hi, Corin. Hi. We are talking about heart health today in our kitchen pharmacy class. I have all my notes right here on a pretty little hang thing. I have beets all over my counter. Let me get those off. How's everybody today? On this cold, blustery, lovely day. Hi, Alex. How are you? Hi, Jamie. We are, hi, fridge. Now, is that a fridge like fridge, like you're built like a fridge, or you love refrigerators, or you play football? What's going on with that name? Hi, HS. Hi, Chef. Hey, Jamie. Hi, Ja. Hey, Ja. That's pretty. I like that. Okay, so hi, carrots. All right, I'm making coffee, my mushroom coffee. Very important to get the day started. We are talking about heart health today, and I want to go over what's the best food to eat. You know, we all know what we're not supposed to eat, but what do you eat when you might have little heart issues and you don't know how to heal from that, or you just need a little inspiration to get there? We're going to make some fun food today that's going to taste good, that's going to make you want to eat clean and healthy for your heart. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Helene. Good morning. Hi, Sprinkle. We are on, I was just going to say Nature's Temptations. That's where I work during the week. Today's my day off, so I'm coming to you live. Hi, Eve. From my home kitchen, which is nice and cozy and warm, waiting for the hubby to build a fire to get the house warm. Edge Squared, I saw one of your videos today. This morning? I'm trying to remember what I saw. You know, all the videos kind of blend after a while, you know? And then especially when you're trying to engage and build. Hi, I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to get in here. So if you could start sharing and liking, hey Janice, and we will get started. You know, the heart obviously thrives on food that's like, you know, clean and supports like healthy blood flow and your vascular system. You want antioxidant protection. You're not getting that with fried food, right? So the foods that we're looking for, and that like almost like the top group of foods, is going to be dark leafy greens, which we have some dark leafy greens today. I'm pretty sure I have some dandelion. Yes, I do. I like dandelion. Look at my dandelion. It's so pretty. You know, when it grows this long and strong, it starts to taste a little like bittersweet. So you can eat it like this. So it's good. Here, we can even add parsley to that, right? And I think also I have arugula, which is wonderful. And now this isn't like dark leafy green, but it's still good, and it's a bitter green, so it really works. But escarol's my favorite. Hi, sunflower. It's probably my favorite green of all, and we'll cook with this today too. And then we're talking about beets. I eat beets every day. I don't know why. I just love them. It's one of those. I happen to love beets. I don't know about you guys. How many people like beets, or you can't stand them? How many people like beets? I love escarole too. I make it, my best friend calls it wet lettuce. She won't eat it, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And you know that combination with the escarole and what's our other one there? Escarole and dandelion. That's a great combination because it's like bittersweet, and when you put the olive oil and garlic in it, it's wonderful. So how I cut my greens, I always cut the top off first, and then I like slice up that green like that. So it's small, but then I take this. Let me see, I gotta get new tools for you guys to see stuff. There you go. Then I take my greens and I slice them sort of lengthwise all the way around. This makes smaller bites for your greens. I like that. And then I tighten this as tight as I can. And then I cut it. This gives me nice small pieces, which I like better because, you know, there's nothing worse than trying to eat something and it like falls out of your mouth and it's hanging out of your mouth. I don't like that. So look, you have these small, like sort of chunkier, easier to eat pieces. Let me see. Oh, good. Taking this right out of my, oh, I don't like that, it's still wet. Coffee's ready. I'm gonna put this in here. Get it ready for our cooking. We'll prep everything as we chat, and then we'll go to the stove and cook some foods. I'm gonna chop these up too. These are, you know, a little thinner, so I don't have to do this with these greens. I'll just do them. I'll just slice them nice and thin. And it's more like what they call a chiffonade. Ah, there we go. Very nice and easy. I love yours too. Where is it from? What do you love? Commuting to work, so tired. Oh, I know. When you get to work, if you can, me, love escarole. I love that. When you get to work, drink some like green tea. That's going to do it. I drink mushroom coffee. I haven't drank one yet. So by the middle of this class, I'll be like, wee! It gives me more energy, you know? All right, I'm going to put those in here. And we'll just put them aside. But look at those beautiful dark leafy greens. Now, I think dandelion and, you know, dandelion's good raw. Escarole I like cooked. But I'm gonna cook these all together. Oh, my top, this is Sundance. But they're gone now. At Adnos, I work in Nature's Temptations. It's a health food store in Ridgefield, Connecticut. Like we were there, I do lives there in the mornings and when we're catering. I'm just pouring my mushroom coffee for the day. Well, I'll probably have more than one while we're on here. So yes, I am, if you're here for the first time, I'm a professionally trained vegan chef. I've been cooking for 40 years and I've been studying food and healing. I understand the relationship of food and healing. Today's my day off. Today's my day with you guys in my kitchen at home. I mean, we do this on here at home. So there's a schedule and that I have. You can find it in the Book of Face under the Organic Food Movement. But on the side, it's this is our schedule. So I am live consistently every Monday night from here. Wednesday mornings, our kitchen pharmacy class. Good morning, health and wealth. Not really a day off. This fills my bucket. And Saturday mornings, we do a kitchen hacks class. Thank you for my heart. Yeah, so if you guys would just keep, you know, tapping and sharing and reposting, that really, you know, gets us moving. So I've been doing this for 15 months. And I really thought it was very important to help people understand that organic whole foods and the relationship of healing are really connective. So I share thank you for all the shares. I love that. You guys got going. I know a lot of people are getting ready for work or driving to work this morning, so it's a little harder. I totally get it. But if you can do it, thank you. Hey, hey, is that Jezzy? Hi, Jezzy. Thank you. All right, my first sip of the day. I cannot wait. mushroom coffee. I do Rise mushroom coffee with the Laird superfood and some collagen every day. So, okay, so as we continue on, beets and berries, very important in a diet for your heart. And, you know, berries, strawberries, blueberries, strawberries for sure are on the Dirty Dozen, which is a produce list that's put out by the Environmental Working Group that, uh-oh. And we are gonna, it tastes like a dirt ball, Grace, but it's really good. You get used to it. A little sip at a time, you know, like it takes what babies like 8 or 10 times to be introduced to food. So don't give up. You know, after a while, it's okay. You know, if you like bitter coffee, this has a little extra, it's not as bitter as like espresso, but it's like dirt. Thank you, anything. I have to be honest, you know, but I added Laird superfood creamer to that, and it definitely tastes a little bit better. But Rise, I like. Some people like Dose better. I mean, it just depends. Okay, so what I was saying, berries, strawberries for sure on the Environmental Working Group list of Dirty Dozen produce. And you want to make sure that if you're going to eat berries, you're either cleaning them very, very well, or really, really, I would prefer that you eat them organic, because then you don't get all that extra goober in there, you know? All right, citrus fruits, wonderful. Now, I know some people take that Coumadin so they can't eat grapefruits, but then eat oranges or eat, you know, little mandarins are really hot right now. They're so good. Look at this one. This is a little baby mandarin, and they taste like sugar. They're so good. Can you smell that? Oh my God, it smells so good. It smells like Florida. They're so good and so sweet and delicious. So a great little snack. This and some almonds or walnuts is a wonderful snack. They're so juicy, right, Carly? And these are certified organic. So I don't know. I find that organic fruit is much, you know, it tastes like our, you know, the fruit we grew up with before a lot of the nonsense. So good. All right. Citrus, garlic, onions, and leeks, really important. And then you got legumes, black beans, lentils, so important. You know, nuts, seeds, extra virgin olive oil, all the good oils. Please, please, please think about moving seed oils out of your diet. They are so full of inflammation and really don't help. And really, really do not help your body, certainly not your heart, or pretty much anything else. Hold on, I wanted to get my computer up so I can get you the list, because I always forget it. It changes year to year. The store, sorry. Oh, do you still work in the restaurant? Yes, Viral, I'm still there. I was there yesterday. I was live there yesterday. And we had a great time. We were making, I made birria tacos. It's our new thing in our deli. And I don't know, we made all kinds of food. I made brisket. We were busy. Soup. We make so much soup in our kitchen. In fact, I have a soup cookbook behind me that you can get if you're into soup. It's wonderful. In fact, here you go. So you can find us. Let me put this up. Let me see. Can I do it? Oh, no. It says I'm using TikTok. Oh. Hold on, I have to fix something. Hold on, guys. Sorry. All right. So, garlic legumes such as black beans, nuts, seeds, and oils. Okay, got all that. All right. Now, there was a book I read years ago. It was by a woman named Carolyn Meese, and she is an energy healer, and she talked about her journey and her work that she did with oh my God, he's very famous, and now he's in our government, but he was with Oprah, and oh my God, I cannot believe his name has just left me, but he actually got really famous with Oprah. And but before all of that, before he was into where he is now, he was Dr. Oz. Thank you, Oz Mehmet. Thank you, Susan. He was a heart surgeon at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in New York City, and Carolyn Meese was a healer, and he would bring Carolyn Meese into the operating room to do energy work on people's hearts when he was doing open heart surgery. And she spoke about the transformations of people when they would have these surgeries. The book is unbelievable. It was so riveting to read her experience. And when these people came out of surgery, she talked about their memory or their actual feeling of their hearts being lighter, warmer, more, like just feeling more healed. Besides the work, we have a flash goal of 20 heart me's. We've only gotten 2 out of like 100 flash goals I've ever done up here. So don't disappoint. Let's go. We've only made it twice and finished a flash goal. And all of those have been like three people doing stuff. There are so many, Brenda, special healers out there, but what this speaks of to me was what they spoke about was their heart felt more healed than if it was just a surgery. On an emotional level, they came out feeling healed. And I found that very interesting because I think food plays that role too, right? Because a lot of people are emotional eaters, and if they're sad or angry or whatever the case may be, even if they're happy, right? In my Italian family, it was like, eat, you're happy, eat, you're crying, eat, you're, this, you eat. Like everything was food, and every food was tied to emotion. So I think there has to be something at play when you are talking about healing your heart. Many people, their journey, if their heart has issues or you're not feeling good or you need to support your heart in some way, manja, exactly, Camille. You really need to think about the food, right? Obviously. But some people are like, oh, do plant-based. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do that. Yeah, all that works. But if you cannot connect your food to, the emotions, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if you can actually completely feel better. Hi, Cass. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Guys, if you could, please keep tapping and sharing and reposting. It's so helpful for us. All your favorite creators, just get out there and figure out. Good morning, beautiful people. Hey, stay happy. How are you? So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I feel like warming food is very important to the heart. Even when you hear the word warm, it feels like, oh, I'm hugging myself or I'm feeling good. So I think about those things, and I really thank you for that, for all that love, Jesse. Excuse me. So that's what I think about, right? Warm encourages circulation, supports digestion, energy production, cooked foods, gentle spices. They help move like your vitality, your energy throughout the body. So think about that when you're eating, right? Like what makes you feel warm and safe. And I know people are going to say things like, oh, I want chocolate. That's fine. You can eat chocolate, but make sure it's dark chocolate. Dark chocolate has, a good connection to healing the, like heart healthy source of food, right? Root vegetables. If you can find a root vegetable that you love, include it in your diet, put it in soup. If you love lentils, this is the time to eat them. Add them to add your root vegetables to lentils and make a beautiful stew. If that works for you, if it resonates with you, that's great, Brenda. I'm not a dark chocolate lover, so but I like milk chocolate, but I don't really eat it that often anymore. But if I have to eat chocolate now, I kind of not necessarily force myself, but I'm trying to learn to love dark chocolate as much as I used to love milk chocolate. Roasted vegetables, roasted root vegetables, cooked whole grains. I have all my grains right here, look, to work with today. So I have here oats. I have a mixed quinoa here. I have red and white in here. And then I have my green lentils we're going to make. But these are the things that are going to help you feel better. And yes, it's great with berries. I have some hemp seeds. I have chia, black and white chia seeds. So all of those things are really, really helpful. Sauteed greens, we cut up our dark leafy greens. Warm beverages rather than cold, right? Even if you like warm tea, green tea, wonderful, with a little squeeze of lemon or honey, always wonderful. I'm drinking mushroom coffee, TikTok. The heart is deeply connected to the nervous system. Think about that. The heart is deeply connected to the nervous system. The gut-brain communication, very important. So when meals are balanced with healthy fats, lots of fiber, and whole food carbohydrates, quinoa, millet, oats, all the whole grain rices like brown basmati, short grain brown rice. These support emotional steadiness, right? They don't make your blood sugar go all over the place. And then your mood is regulated and your heart stays calm. These are the things that make a difference. So when you start to connect that, it's a lot easier to make food choices. I got 40 beets from a friend's farm. I just picked some of them and just picked some of them. Cass, I want 40 beets. I love beets. I can eat them pickled, raw, shredded raw, boiled. I don't like them roasted. I'm not a roasted vegetable fan myself. I eat them, when I eat them raw, Camille, I grate them. So they're like in a raw salad. Name a veg I don't like. I really do not like okra. I think that's it. I like zucchini pan seared, but it's not my favorite. I definitely don't like yellow squash. It's slimy. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Does it have to be fresh beets? You know what I buy sometimes? The Love beets, the ones that are already peeled and boiled. They're really, really small. I only eat the organic ones though. I like those. I wouldn't eat a can or jarred beet. I've not seen that organic. I might do it organic in a pinch. But we cook so many beets in our store. We probably go through about 30 or 40 pounds of beets in our shop every week. I think beet salad is in our top 5 salads that we sell. I like working with vegetables. I like cooking them. I love the winter squashes, but I don't love the winter squashes. My store sells beet sticks. I have no idea what that is. Thanks, Renee. It's been sitting in my closet and I was like, I need something warm today. It's Sundance, but they're done. Sundance is out. Is there a fruit you don't like? I'm not a fan of, I'll eat kiwi when I'm not feeling good, but I can't eat kiwi on a regular. And I'm not into the tropicals as much. Like I don't like lychees or star fruits or I mean I'll eat I'll blend dragon fruit into things, but other than that, my favorite fruits on the planet are stone fruits. I love stone fruits. Stone fruits are plums, apricots, peaches, nectarines. I don't love Asian pears. My favorite pear on the planet is a star crimson. And I will encourage you guys 1,000 times to go and eat. Christy, what's your blood type? Do you know? I love crimson pears. If I didn't finish that statement, I don't like the skin of a Asian pear. I think that's what gets me. I have no clue. Okay. Okay, so hang tight, guys. There's two good comments in here, Catherine. And if I don't answer you, I want please can somebody pin these two? Christy, first of all, don't be afraid. I'm not going to ask you how you lost weight. Is it because you changed your diet? If you're fearful, the stress is going to get you. That's going to cause cortisol to be running all the time. If you want to eat a little bit of rice, eat a little bit of rice, but make sure you're eating it around that it's a whole grain rice. Do either a white jasmine or a brown basmati or a short grain brown rice. Eat a small amount. Eat it during like at lunchtime. Do it with pair it with do a rice and bean with sliced avocado, half a cup of rice, a half a cup of black beans, some sliced avocado and a little salsa or how, you know what I mean? Find a way that you love that. Keep reposting that for me so I don't forget because I want to answer you. And then really, think of it that way, right? Because if you lost weight in a way that you shifted the foods that you eat and you found foods that you love and you didn't do it for you don't want weight loss to be restrictive. What you don't want a white knuckle weight loss. You want to shift your diet. You want to shift the food that you eat rather than say, I can't eat that ever again, because it doesn't work. We all know it doesn't work, and I'm not trying to defeat you at all. I'm trying to say, find the foods you love. Write down the 40 foods that you love or the 20 foods that you want to eat every single day, and then put them in a way. So this is what I do, right? You guys don't know this. A lot of you guys don't know this, but so what I do is I take what you're saying, Christy, and I sit down with you and we go through a whole questionnaire. It helps if I know your blood type, because then I can balance the food where your body's going to take it in and be like, this is awesome. And I write recipes for you so that you can accomplish your goal, but love the food you're eating. That's the idea. Christy, the things you want to avoid from the Zan. Yes, you can. Absolutely. If you get that and then you come back, or you where, Stan, you can go there and talk to Stan and find that spot and get an appointment with me. And we can do it, because it's hard to do it like this, but don't be scared. Hold on. That's what I would say, right? Like don't approach the food from fear, because that's just going to get your cortisol levels up, and that's really gets to be the problem. Treat yourself calm and good and all of that. Now, I'm going to tell you an experience that I had last January. I was on here. I realized that I could not eat gluten any longer. I never thought I would say that ever. I never thought. I was like, I'm never doing that. My daughter had to be gluten free. And I gave up gluten. And part of my favorite thing to eat was bread and cheese. Like I loved like good artisan bread with organic cheeses that are Hudson Valley. Like I really used to good stuff, but it didn't. So when I gave up bread, I didn't want to eat cheese anymore. And I lost a bunch of weight that I didn't really even think. I wasn't thinking about losing weight. I didn't care. I don't care about that. I want to feel healthy in my body and feel good about my choices that I make. And I lost like, I don't even know. It's got to be a lot because like this shirt, when I first bought it, it was tight on me. Like it like fit around my belly, right? So I was like, huh, that was weird. And I didn't think about it. It just happened. So there are foods that you eat that, don't make you feel good. You could also approach it from that way. You know what? I really don't feel good when I eat this, whatever. I'm not going to eat it anymore. And those shifts start to come to, find a fruit you absolutely love, find a vegetable you absolutely love. That's the way to me that your body starts to go into its natural weight zone rather than saying, so many people are like, I could eat the caveman. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be plant-based. I'm going to be vegan. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, that might not resonate with who you are. That might not be the thing that works for you. We have to figure that out. I wrote this book. It's coming out. I know I've been promising it since I think November. You can see the book cover in my, it's the first time I showed the book cover in my story, but it talks just about this. What is your ancestry? Are you Eastern European, Middle Eastern? Are you from, I don't know, Japan? Well, I don't know. Where are you from? What is your culture? What is your cultural background? That's going to make a difference. Hey, Classy, that's going to make a difference in your life. Hi, adrenaline. Hold on. Yes, you have a lot of good amounts since I've been watching you. I know, right, Renee? It just happened. I didn't plan it. Seed oils. Please avoid seed oils. Get them out of your diet. That would be the biggest thing for me is seed oils. And, obviously organic food is really important. So find out what your ancestry is. Go back. What did you grow up with eating? Look at that. What comforted you? Take that, make that organic, clean it up, clean it up. Eat smaller portions if it was crazy wild food that was, that's like heavy and fried and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Learn how to bake it. Get that crispiness from a different way. And then look at what your blood type is. Let's look at food combining. How do you eat your food? Are you eating sandwiches every day? We have to shift that. Get the premium pantry makeover. Start to follow that. Thanks, Johnny, for the follow. So all of those things. And then we look at, we pair, we add to that food sensitivities and the foods you love. And then we create the food that you love. And from there, your body is going to fall into its natural weight. You don't have to think about it. And everybody knows what makes their stomach bloated, what gives you heartburn. Your body is telling you, please stop eating this. I can't take it any longer. I had a Dutch test and it changed my life. Adrenaline, I just did that test. It is very life-changing, that test. Okay. Christy, if that resonates with you, then just put it out of your mind. If rice is your thing that makes you not feel good, it sounds like rice is the thing, or is it carbs on the whole? Avocado is not considered a seed oil. You can eat avocado oil. Good, clean avocado oil is fabulous. It creates the domino effect. Exactly, adrenaline. But once you start to figure it out and you make those lists, then everything changes. All those things change. Now, where is my other comment? From my other friend that was asking. She's so confused, she said. Where are you? I'm trying to change what I eat. This is the hardest thing to do, and I'm so confused. Catherine, if you're still here, there's a free download that you can do. If you click the LINK in my bio, it's called the Premium Pantry Makeover. In that, sort of takes you through the steps of looking at your pantry and sort of understanding what is in it, and is it helping you, or is it sabotaging the efforts to eat better? And I will tell you, I don't think you're alone in that conversation of being confused as to what to eat, because our food system has not been set up to be successful in. Got in check. I added back, no issue. See, Jenna, that's the way. Really, Chrissy, it will help. Okay, good. So I would check that. I would start there and then show up here, because little by little you learn so much about so many things. And this class, this 8 a.m. class, Kitchen Pharmacy, on Wednesdays. Next week, it's going to be 8 p.m. And we are doing a deep dive into the autoimmune issues. It's going to be awesome. If you have autoimmune, if you know someone that has autoimmune, be here 8 p.m. next Wednesday. It's going to be a very good class. And then also you want to check out our recipe vault. In the recipe vault, there's a section that's called the Kitchen Pharmacy, which is this class. Every class that I've done on the Kitchen Pharmacy has packets of information that you can download. Every single one of those packets has, like this one is on heart health, so it has a ton of recipes that we'll do here, a couple of them, and then there's more. And you can look at each thing and see, what resonates with you, and it really helps. Thank you, Adrenaline. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a great task, the Duchess. So I would say you are not alone. And if you heard me just explain that book that I want to do, I believe that is really going to help people sort of start to align themselves in what is the food that makes them the healthiest, because it's personalized. If you think about it, every person is different. Every person comes from a mix of cultures, right? Every person has had a different experience growing up, what's comforted them, what hasn't comforted them. Every person has their own bag of trauma, non-trauma. Our journeys are very different. And food plays a role in every single piece of that journey. So if we don't look at food from a personal perspective, it doesn't work. That's why diets are temporary. That's why our bodies don't relate. Yes, fat thermostat, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. All that stuff is true. All of it is true and helpful, but it doesn't answer the question, what works for me? I don't understand why my friend is on the caveman diet, my friend is doing paleo, my friend is doing keto, my friend is fasting, blah, 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 and it's not working for me. Well, because that's not how your body is set to run. And again, I'm just a chef, but this has been my experience with working with people and looking and reading, constantly reading about food and healing. I have read, I don't even know. I can't tell you how many books I've read on the connection of food and healing, from Eastern philosophy to here, and I talk to people, right? I love to know, what is your bread and cheese? My thing. That was my comfort food. When I stopped eating bread and cheese, I started craving sugar. And I was like, that's interesting. And then I realized I wasn't eating enough protein. And I said, I need to add protein to my diet. I started to look at that. Now I'm a blood type A, which leans towards vegetarian. I'm not a fan of beef. Oh, really, Blake? That's awesome. I'm so glad. And then I added a little bit of I like roast chicken, little roast chicken. I love a piece of fish, just a little bit. And all of a sudden my cravings for sugar were gone. I feel better. My skin is better. My mood is better. I just feel even better. And it's like, until we understand the concepts and make the connection, we don't have those answers yet. So that's why I feel like it's really important for everybody to really understand where your journey has taken you. I got to get that book out. You guys are going to freaking love it. And everybody has to get it. It's going to be one of those things, you haven't spent any money at the organic food movement. That's okay. You're buying this. You just want to do it. Sugar's pretty bad for you. It is. But Camille, if you need a little sweet in your diet, we will figure out a way for you to get it. Right? There's a video somewhere on my profile page that talks about all the different sugars there are. And I have a downloadable thing somewhere in the recipe vault. If Pri was here, she'd find it immediately for us. She's like the librarian of the recipe vault. It's in there, and it's like a whole list of the sugars, how they affect your blood sugar, and what they do and how to use them. So you get that sweet. So there's all different ways. This is how we work. True, Bridget, but not white processed sugar, right? That's the difference. What we've been trained to eat in this culture. Monk fruit, do you like it, Camille? Monk fruit almost doesn't it has the smell of like a brown sugar, right? I like it in oatmeal, and it sort of has a higher sweetness value, so you need less, but it actually is really good. All right, so the heart is at the heart as a center of warmth is what we're talking about, right? So, and that's how we got on this tangent, but it's really important. So it's also, like I said with the Carolyn Meese story, it's the center. The heart is sort of the emotional hub, right? It's the symbol of Valentine's Day. When we're sad, we're eating chocolate. Like everything speaks of that. I think it's better than stevia. I can't manage stevia. It's too much for me. Yeah, Bridget, that's great. And if you want to, coconut sugar is really good. I happen to be a huge fan of maple sugar. I love this. It affects your blood sugar a little less than white, unbleached, natural, organic sugar. And it doesn't necessarily have a strong maple flavor in the end result of what you're cooking. It's great in oatmeal. It's great in oatmeal. I use maple sugar a lot. I love it. And I like to bake cookies with it. I use it a lot. So the heart is deeply connected, like I said, nervous system, gut, brain, communication. So when you balance all our meals, we talked about this a little bit, healthy fats, fiber, whole food carbohydrates, it actually changes your being. Have you used the maple sugar though? I think it works. What about milk? I don't use dairy milk very often. I do use heavy cream. And I use the nut milks, and the 3 that I use right now are the Califia 3 ingredient. I can't handle oat, so I use the almond coconut, and I also use 3 trees. We're traveling tomorrow, so my refrigerator's pretty bare, so I don't have those, but I also use this. This is fabulous, the 3 Trees milk. Oh, here, let me. The 3 Trees milk. It's pretty good. All right. I don't think I can show it because I didn't do brand today and I don't want to get in trouble because this is such an important class. I don't want us to get slowed down. Okay. So supportive foods to look at the heart as an emotional hub is omega-3 rich foods, salmon, walnuts, flaxseed, chia, fermented foods for gut health. I'm not really, they don't work well for my blood type and I'm not good at them, but if you can eat them, you could pickle your own vegetables. That's awesome, Bridget. See, all those things. Do you know your blood type? I'm a big fan of Dr. Diadamo's blood type. I think it plays a role because it's personalized. June. We need sharers and tappers. Here's our goals here. Oh, there's a lot of new names and I'm so excited about that. But over 100,000 taps. We'd love to get 100 shares, reposts, all of that love. It really pushes us out there. And I think this information is so important for people. Okay, so now fermented foods, right? Polyphenol rich foods, berries, dark chocolate, whole grains, they steady your energy. A-, I have never been good with dairy. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, no dairy. You lean towards vegetarian, not a lot of red meat. I'm Logan. I am home. It's my day off, and this is our kitchen pharmacy class. I've been doing it for over a year now. This is my home kitchen. Whole grains that steady your energy, and herbal teas for nervous system support. Guys, if you tend to run nervous, lemon balm, the best. It's heart healthy and wonderful. Lemon balm tea. Pour yourself a cup. If you have like anxiety or you tend to run worrisome or any of those things, again, right? Your nervous system, it affects the heart. You can have, I would keep this. If you have stress at work, I know it's the best. You're right, realtor. It smells good. That's me. Oh, Catherine, get yourself a box of this lemon balm tea. His little carnivore. Bridget, wait, did you say you're an A blood type or is that somebody else? Bridget, you're A-. Okay. See, I use it as a, what do you call it? You raise lemon balm. I don't know if this is traditional medicinals, lemon balm. This is the company, and I've seen it, it's certainly Sprouts, Whole Foods probably carry it. It's pretty popular. That's great, Bridget. So what I would offer to you is, on your plate, it's, a 4-ounce piece of meat and, a pile of vegetables. That will help digest the food. It's in your flower bed. That's my next one. Like I have comfrey, I have a lot of herbs. Lemon balm is this year. I grow nettles. Yeah. I don't know why, but I like growing herbs more than I like a vegetable garden. I don't know why. And it's my front garden. You'll see, I'll take you out in the spring and we're going to make comfrey this year together. Sorry, you went silent when I asked where to buy it. Yeah, they're not going to let me tell you that. But I'm not allowed to, you cannot say those things anymore here. Somebody might be able to put it in the chat. Do I believe in eating breakfast? I believe in nourishing your soul and heart and being the way that it works for you. Thank you, Ava. So I don't usually eat food till like now, 9, 10 o'clock. And I'm up at 5. I usually drink my coffee, but that works for me. What works for you? Isn't that exciting? We don't care what everybody else says is better for us. If you resonate with fasting, do it. If you don't and you wake up and you're cranky, hangry girl or boy, eat something. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes. Yeah, all of the things that Adrenaline just said. Yes. There you go. Everybody's showing you that. And please buy it organic, because when you don't buy herbs organic, they're irradiated and all kinds of yuck. So you don't want to be drinking that. So please treat yourself to an organic box of lemon balm tea. So that would be my answer to you. They said it's controversial. Who's they, Justice? Who's they? Is it the people that want to keep us unhealthy? I'm not saying follow that strictly and don't feed your soul. What I simply say is use it as a reference point. That's how I speak of that. You know, I find that because food is a personal journey, no diet is going to work exactly the same for every single person. It's a ridiculous thought process. We have to find what resonates in our bodies. So I walk. I'm a walker. I don't jump around anymore. I used to do Shaun T's workouts all the time, and I use weights. I like to lift weights. I'm 61 and I have no flabby arms. I have some muscle. Wait, hold on. Can you see my muscle at 61? It's pretty good. Like I do weights, walking, and vibration plate and stretching, like yoga stuff. Best way, Camille. You're never going to hear me say anything, but 90% of the time, my family is 100% organic. And so that when I want to go out to dinner, or I want to go to a wedding, or I want to go to a birthday party, I can enjoy that. I love the vibration plate, Ava. I love it. I can't decide if I love it in the morning more or the evening more. Yeah, and I lift heavy pots and pans all day. That is true, Renee. My arms, I'm very lucky. Thank you for my thingy, whatever that is. I love that. Once in the morning and once at night. That's awesome. What, the vibration plate? Why do I love it? Because if I have any inflammation in my body at all, it goes away. You stand on it. I talk to the girls at work and I'm like, blah, 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 and your body shakes. Do you remember those old band, that band on the stand-up machine in the 50s, and the women sat down and they would vibrate? Now it's the same kind of thing, only now you're standing on it. It's great. I love it. I'm pretty sure I bought it through the TikTok shop. Bone health, yeah. And it's kind of funny, on my plate it says walking, jogging, running. And I'm always on the running one. I started on the running one because I move so much. But I do like weightlifting. It's probably my favorite thing. I've always done it. I have very strong legs. I have the cortisol stuff right here. That's my jam because I run stress. June, Cheryl used to watch the lives on her vibration plate. She used to always say to me, I watch you and stand on my vibration plate and watch you. June, I think you said you work from home, right? Put that vibration plate under your desk and just put your feet on it. Start there. I love you, June. I love you so much. The Dutch test will get rid of that cortisol. I had the same issue. It's now gone. Yeah, that's what I was talking to my functional doctor. I was like, listen, I can tell. And it's not the weight, it's the cortisol. Like I have to heal that. I want to reverse it. The vibration plate, the purpose, that's a good question. What is the purpose of a vibration plate? Can anybody answer that better than I can? What, the vibration plate gets your hormones out of whack? Lymphatic drainage, yes. On the walking pad, except today. Oh, that's cool. How is that walking pad? No cortisol. Oh, the Dutch test will do it? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm hoping for that. All right, we're only on page 2 and we've been yapping for an hour. That's kind of funny. All right, Kitchen Pharmacy, inspired by a Mediterranean style eating and traditional whole food wisdom. So those foods anchor sort of heart and circulatory focused approach to supporting blood flow, your vessel integrity, inflammation balance, emotional steadiness, and they're accessible, familiar, easy woven, right? Everyday meals, you can put them in. Now, here's the thing. Everything's moving. Yeah, exactly. I tell that to my girls at work. I'm like, oh, we're going to bring it in and just vibrate. That's all we do all day. It's so fun. It's so fun. You know, we have to go. Oh my God. I've been talking to you guys and I got the puzzle piece. I have not left the space. One of the things, I forgot what I was going to say now. It was important. Oh, all right. I'll remember. I say this a lot in every kitchen pharmacy class we have. I notice that every single food is the same. It's just a different way to eat it. We have an entire set of weights in our basement. I think during my recovery, I have a vibe plate for my horses, and it healed a bone chip and surgery recovery faster. Look at that. That's amazing. So I say this so much. All the food that we talk about is exactly the same as every time. It's all the same. It's all the same food. We just make it in different ways, in different combinations. Thank you for my lead countdown. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys are here, keep tapping the loves, the tapping. We need to get to like 200,000. We got to stop with 100. It's got to be more. Look at this beautiful orange. It helped, right, Bridget? I have one of those bags you sit in. I try and do it once a week. Those red light bags. I got a chair for it for Christmas, so I don't have to carry it around. I can just lay it on my chair. All right, leafy greens, spinach. Spinach I like, but you got to be careful if you have oxalate issues. So kale, chard, arugula, escarole, collard greens, dandelion greens, all of them. We should do a whole greens class. Gotta write that down. Would you guys like that? We have so much to do, and we've already been doing it for 15 months. Oh, they're so good. Ava, right now, the mandarins are the best they've been in years. Muscle beans, turnip greens. Not muscle. What do you want? Mustard. You're thinking mustard greens. Okay. Turnip greens. Yeah. Beet greens. Also really good. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries, right? Also, blackberries are great too. They're high in anthocyanins, which are really good for your eyes, fiber. They support the endothelial function, cholesterol balance, and vascular resilience. But you've got to eat berries organic. They're on the crappy list. Citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, grapefruit. I hope everybody here can eat grapefruit. I can't stand when I hear people can't eat with the vitamin K thing. It drives me crazy. I hate that conversation, but it's important, so follow your doctor's orders. Beets, they're naturally rich in nitrates, believe it or not, and the type of nitrates they're rich in, they enhance the nitric oxide production, which that improves blood flow, right? You need nitric oxide, which, when scuba divers go very, 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 very deep, you're on Synthroid. Okay. Yeah, don't eat it then. They carry a tank of nitric oxide. Did you know that? If you know any divers. So it helps your circulatory system, keeps things moving. So they're good to have. Tomatoes are natural in lycopene, vitamin C. That keeps your arterial wall moving. And what's the other thing? It's blah, 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 blah. Oxidative stress, really good for oxidative stress on the blood vessels. But however, if you have any type of arthritic condition, please leave tomatoes out of your diet, just till you get it under control. My yogurt and granola. I replace beet greens in place of lettuce. I like it better. So you like bitter greens, huh? That's your thing? Do you eat dandelion too? I love bitter greens. Some people cannot tolerate them. My husband, I could put a pound of sugar on the greens and he wouldn't eat them. All right. Onions, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory. They support blood vessel health and healthy blood flow. Can you imagine? Isn't that amazing? I am always fascinated about vegetables and how important they play a role in health. It's mind-boggling to me. Like I like if I start thinking the philosophical idea of vegetables and the effect they have on the human body, when you actually sit down and go deep into that thought, it's amazing, isn't it? Like walnuts are the shape of our brain. And whenever you listen to, whenever we talk about food and brain health, people always say, oh, I got to eat eat walnuts, natural remedies, food remedies, we think because you compare it. So I don't know. It's just that stuff for me is like crazy. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. I'm not eating those. I'll eat salmon. I'll eat every other fish, but mackerel, sardines, not my scene. But if you love them, they're really, really good for you. That's perfect adrenaline. I love that. Are those for eating or they're just pets? Okay, extra virgin olive oil, really, really good for you. If you want to, vascular protection. I mean, a million years ago, the Mediterranean diet came out and, it's probably, I think the Mediterranean diet is probably the more versatile of diets. And probably, because it's a way of life for a culture, right? It depends on your blood type, I think, Camille. Again, you would probably benefit a lot from doing a one-on-one with me. You can look it up in the LINK and the BIO, and not just the call, the actual food plan and the recipes, because I break it down for you and I write and develop recipes for you. You get, I don't even know, it's like 7 days worth of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And then if there's other things that we talk about, like if you're into different smoothies or veg, things like that, I create all of that for you. And you walk away with recipes that resonate for you specifically. Oh, okay. So yeah, carnivore, what might work for you? Smoked salmon in Alaska. My daughter would sit in her high chair and eat it. That's kind of cool, Bridget. One of my best friends lives in Alaska, in Anchorage. I love her. She's my wifey. Good morning, Char Strike. So O blood type is the oldest blood type, and it's the carnivore diet could work for you because your body doesn't do well with grains, doesn't do well with dairy. Meats and vegetables are really good for you. So it could work really well. Nuts and seeds, walnuts, almonds, chia, whole grains, pomegranates are very good. Polyphenols, very important. They support all that function and promote healthy circulation. So pomegranate juice is great. June, you do better with less carbs, more meats. Fish, Papa, fish. That's so cute. See, you love meat. Exactly. Pork, not so much. For O diets, pork is not big. Beef, lamb, mutton, poultry, better. Oddly enough, shiitake mushrooms are the #1 mushroom for heart health. They are traditionally associated with cholesterol regulation and relaxing the blood vessels. Interesting, right? I'm not a fan of them, but they're good for you. Turmeric, ginger, green or black tea. Now, warmth and grounding. The food you're eating to ground yourself with warmth. Soup, stews, roasts, bone and mineral broths, sweet potatoes, carrots, squash, beets. Love all that. I love veggies too, mystical. Oats, quinoa, rice, cooked greens. That's the warming. Funny you say that I'm O positive and I don't like a lot of meat. Snickers, again, right? It's a reference point. Red meat is not actually a #1. I think it's like lamb, rabbit, venison, I believe. Let me go get the book. I'm not getting the book because we're going to get off topic. Though, do you like those better? I love cauliflower. My son is O negative and loves game hunting himself, processing himself. That's awesome, Bridget. You guys are in Alaska? Where? I think my friend's in Anchorage. I want to go. All right. Herbs and spices for heart support, warming, and circulatory. Yeah, it's upside down. We're going to do that. Eventually, I got to fit that in. Yeah, this one is, I can't, it's when I try and click on the support, it says I'm using TikTok Shop tools. What does it say? Won't be, so Service Plus is not available, which makes this a shoppable live. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Colorado, now in the sun in Kansas. Everybody's all over. Buffalo cauliflower today, something different. I love that. Pittsburgh, I think I'm doing that in a cooking class, one of our Sunday night classes. Oh, Justice. Oh, yeah. O positive. You love me. Yeah, that's how it works. High pressure system, huh? Yeah, so if you're not a fan of the meats, and you're O, you could be that O person, and the negative, positive, neither one. Like there's O negative, O positive. Those have little variances to them, but it is the oldest blood type. A positive, Charles Strike, you do better with vegetarian food. Hi, Cuddle. All right, so herbs and spices, ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, cumin, turmeric, and to me, one of the most important spices for heart health is cayenne pepper. When you eat cayenne pepper, pink is my color. When you eat, thank you. When you use cayenne pepper, it is very warming and healing to the heart. Very warming, very much so. So it's really good to add that to your diet. You can add it to, like, when you're cooking greens, you could put a little pinch. Otherwise, she was having a home birth, right? I'm A positive, love vegetables, eat meat 1 time per week, mostly chicken or fish. Yeah, that's pretty much how an A eats, realtor. That's pretty much how it goes. So soothing and calming, tulsi, chamomile, lemon balm, lavender, and rose. All of those can be made into teas, add them to a smoothie, a warm drink in the morning, things like that. So here's a daily, let's go through a framework of food so we can kind of get about an idea. I want to set up some, let's get a little cooking going. I only have like a half an hour. We didn't even get to cook. We've been talking so much. You love red pepper? Yeah. I am not a black, I cannot eat black pepper. It just doesn't work for me. I always forget when I go to a restaurant and then I have to tell them. So I try and remember. I don't go to restaurants very often. But I can do cayenne and crushed red pepper, but I cannot do black pepper. It's not in my kitchen, it's not in my recipes. So if you like black pepper, have at it, but you're not going to get it from me. Hand out chamomile tea every evening. Isn't that beautiful? See, we know. We know. All right, begin the day. If you're talking about, and remember, we're talking about for people for heart health. So if you're here and somebody that needs help with the heart, heart health, that's what we're focusing on today. Let me get my cook plate. I'm gonna cook right here for you. I can't handle spicy at all. Me neither. I don't like hot spice. Hold on, let me get my saute pan that goes on here. And remember, when you work with food that resonates with you, that works for all parts of what we talked about earlier today, like from food sensitivities to blood type to what your family cooked and how you grew up and what your ancestral background is. When you put those pieces together, foods that you think you might have never eaten just resonates so much. Really, lotus, I have to try that. For me, it's lemon balm. And then if I really want to get a super powerful boost, I add a chamomile tea bag to that too. It is amazing to me watching those changes with people when they actually learn and create a plan for themselves. It's amazing. Okay, so here, turning this on. Come on, please work. This thing is very temperamental. And I can't quite figure out what I'm missing when I do this. Okay. Today it's not going to work. Some days it works. Most days it works. Hi, Evie. All right, we're moving. Come with me, you will see. No, it's the right pan. Pin shortcut to services now. It won't let me. Oh, maybe it will now. Let's see. No, it won't. See, it says pin it, but it's saying I can't. Isn't that weird? So the AI is telling me to pin my services, but when I try to, it's not working. So, there you go. Here we go. I love you. I have no idea what it could be. It's so crazy. Okay, so here. I love you too, Mystical. All right, so we're gonna get garlic because we know how much garlic is so wonderful. Let's see if I have any left. I'm cleaning out my fridge because we're leaving. I have lots of garlic. We're gonna be gone for a week, so I don't have as much stuff. All right, maybe that pan's not gonna be big enough for all of our. All right, here we go. Here we go now. So we're gonna get our pan nice and hot. I have my olive oil. You keep it in a nice dark place away from the oven. I want, like, if you're designing your kitchens, thank you. Oh, you guys can see the yellow button? Perfect. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, there's a yellow button that talks about our service. I just can't pin it today. But if you want to look at all the services and all the things and, get a fast track over to my friend Stan, it will be in there. What's on the menu this morning? We're doing heart health. How did you guys get that up? Mine will not go up. Maybe it's just a glitch on my phone. All right, this is ready. So we're going to add a little bit of oil. And then I'm going to add some. Did you go on and do that for me, Tyler? It's so worth you do. I know. I do love this. It does fill my bucket. Okay, now you got a little sizzle. It's a little sizzle. This could have been a little hotter, but it's okay. At least it's sizzling. Did I miss a comment? I do appreciate it. Thank you, Renee. I am off today, Evie. Something happened, Evie, I would love to chat with you about. I think somebody impersonated you on a private DM. It was really weird. It kind of, I have to figure out how to. Good morning. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brianna. I love my kitchen. Okay, so I'm adding this now. Once you rinse your greens, which I'm going to do one more time because I want to get them wet. They were already washed and dried, but I want to show you something. I'm just rinsing them. Once you do that, it works really well to kind of put them on your pan wet because watch what happens. They'll steam them as well. Okay, now. See, and that almost like deglazes the pan. And then from here, I'm going to add a tiny bit of salt. Now be very careful with greens and salt because when you do this, they tend, like mushroom, they tend to, this is not broccoli, these are greens. These are dandelions and escarole, bitter greens for heart health. Dandelion and escarole. And it's nice and low. I'm going to put this up a little bit higher to medium high. Now, another thing that I have found with greens is, let me see if I can do it here. It has to be 3 minutes since you did it. It won't even let me click on the button. It stops me. It says I have TikTok tools on. TikTok shop tools, and I can't use my service bio. Can't tell you. I thought it was because everything was listed as a shoppable live. You know, when you set up events. I don't know. Unless there's just a glitch on my page today. Let me turn the light on here. Okay, so here, this starts here, right? Now, can you turn off the shop tool? I don't know. Let me see. Add products. I don't think so. That's way above my pay grade. I have no idea. I have no idea. All right. So I'm just going to let these simmer. Now, if you like to add chicken stock or bone broth to this, bone broth would probably be the best for heart health if you wanted to. You could add a pinch of cayenne on here, any of those things. So good. It's so good. Now, one of the things that I have learned, add the vibration plate. Yeah, you can't do it. You'll be like, blah, blah, blah. You won't hear my voice. One of the things I've learned about cooking greens is that when you use the garlic, whole garlic like this, that's chopped, it works great and it gives you good flavor. However, you need to add a little bit of garlic powder. It balances and adds a little bit of sweetness to the dish. If you just leave it with, chopped garlic, you're gonna have it's not gonna taste as good with adding extra of the garlic powder. Somehow that just blends very nicely and sweetens the greens. It's a weird thing. Now, my grandma would add white beans to this, a little bit of sausage, chicken stock, all those things are fine. If that's what's going to get you to eat this, I would do it. A nice Berkshire sausage. You could even do if you wanted to be healthy, but I wouldn't deny yourself the flavor. But if you wanted to be healthier, you could do maybe a little pancetta, or what's the other thing I was just thinking? Oh, a chicken sausage. But if you don't like that, don't do it. Don't do it because you have to be healthy and deny yourself. Yeah, if you like kidney beans, put kidney beans in. Who cares? Any bean you like. I mean, for me, it was Italian cannelloni, which is really a white kidney bean. Every day now, it's so good. Yeah, this is a great way to do it. If you like beans, I would put white beans in this in 2 seconds. You want me to do that? I'll do it. I'll do it. It's so good. This is so good. I love this. Thanks for my heart. Taku. I like that. Hey Ash, thanks for my heart. I love this. So now, the other thing that you can do is you can cook lentils. Green lentils are always one of those foods that are loved by the heart healthy community, and they're wonderful, right? These legumes. What do I have here? I have about a half a cup left. So a half a cup is like, I would add about a cup and a quarter of water to this. Now my stove is a little bit, my BTUs on the stove run pretty high. So I'm gonna add actually a cup and a half. I'm doing 3 times what I need just because it just works a lot better doing it like that. So I just put those on. Now remember, you don't put salt in your beans or legumes because they'll stay hard. So you have to wait. Well, cannellini is like a white kidney bean, yeah. I mean, some people look at it that way. Is it? I don't know, but they look very similar. You'll see them interchanged in recipes. I'd have to do the research if it was, but if you think about a cannelloni bean, it's shaped like that. Cuddlebug, we're doing heart health today. So I'm making some sauteed greens with a little lentils. Now, this is a perfect dish, right? If you're doing heart health and you're watching what you're eating, from here, if you wanted to add a protein to this, I would add a white fish, a piece of salmon, maybe a piece of grilled chicken, and serve it like this. If you just wanted to do your greens for this meal, I would do white beans and then maybe add a piece of fish to it. If you don't like fish and you have to eat chicken, eat a piece of chicken, maybe a piece of roast chicken. It's a very nice way to do that. Delicious. What kind of beans, Mandy? For me, these are done. I'm not cooking them anymore. Now, if I was going to add beans, I'd add them right here to get hot. My granny made her greens with salt and pork and chicken broth. Exactly. See how grannies are? They know. They knew. I see now I would change the pork to like beef. Like a beef bone broth I would put in here. Especially if you're not feeling well, especially if if you have gut issues, a bone broth in here would be unbelievable. Pea soup, added ham. I love it, Mandy. I love that. You'd be surprised if you're using clean ingredients, if they're not processed, overly processed, and the cleaner the ingredients, the better you're going to feel. Keep that always in mind. Thank you, Robin. Robin, that picture took my breath away, by the way. It was such a surprise and so adorable. I was just like, oh my God. That has to go in the favorite picture pile for when he graduates high school. Want me to give you the other stuff?
Not yet.
All right, these are done. Again, beans, bone broth, a little bit of meat, a sausage. Granny Grandpa had 2 acres full of gardens. We'd eat whatever protein Grandpa brought home. That's the way. That's the way. How old did they live till? I mean, they have two piles, right? Yes, stylish. 24 hours. Nice, Mandy. I don't have time to soak beans anymore. I do it, but I don't have a lot of time. That's why I like navy beans, because you don't have to soak them. I rinse them and throw them in a pot, and they cook fast. I know, I love that so much. Yep, escarole and dandelion. Cannot wait to eat this. This is breakfast this morning. But yeah, protein's important. So, make sure you balance your body with that protein, any kind of protein. If you want to be, if you resonate better with, vegetarian proteins, you could do. In his 60s, Granny was 80. Interesting. My grandfather too died of cancer. But I wonder, because he had stomach cancer, and I wonder if there was a gluten issue. I don't know. Look, if you're a protein person, a vegetarian protein, Mandy, these greens are dandelion and escarole. I love this because it's has a smoky bacon flavor, and you could chop this up and add it to here, and now you have your protein. Liz, can we jump on another call to talk about protein? Yes, sure. You can just book it. LINK and the BIO. LINK and the BIO. Yeah, and then don't do, if you want the recipe one, you should do the 7-day thing, because that's recipes. If you just want to chat about it and not have a follow-up, you can just book the half hour or whatever it is. I think the more in-depth one works better, because then you have a lot of tools, but it's up to you. You choose. Thank you. Hey, Mel, thanks for my heart. June, thank you for that. Hi, fired up. Uh-oh. Doggy's it. Hold on, I got to get my doggy. He's knocking on the door. Hello, handsome dog. Come on in. All right, so next, we're cooking our lentils. These are just to have a little side thing, right? You want to have those. Hey, Missy K, how are you? Hi, Charshak, thanks for my heart. Yay! We have 100 people in the room right now. So let me just give you, thank you for my heart gallery, light up, fired up. Hi, June. Let's help some footballs for a coin. Yes, exactly. So if you guys have not been here before, I'm Chef Liz. I've been cooking food and healing for 40 years. I've been studying food and healing. I've professionally trained vegan chef, and I came on here about 15 months ago, and I talk about the relationship of food and healing. We also do a lot of fun food, but this is our kitchen pharmacy class. It happens Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Next week it's going to be 8 p.m., and we're doing our deep dive into the autoimmune life. Hey, Nate. Hi, Dr. Who was that? Dr. Soda. We do everything food and healing. My biggest focus is on whole, organic, clean foods. How do they affect your body? How do you change your kitchen? One ingredient at a time. We talk about all of these things. And each Wednesday morning, our topic always is some sort of health thing that you guys ask me about. I keep notes and then we add it up. And it's really very, very helpful for people. We also, some of the places that you can go to find more information, I'm everywhere, the organic food movement, everywhere. YT has all our replays. The Book of Face is a great place to go to connect with the people that you see here, like rolling and talking to us. Really supportive. So you can go there. Everything is the organic food movement. And then the LINK and the BIO has all sorts of valuable free downloads, one-on-ones. You can find my soup cookbook there. So pretty. If you're into soup, these are all my favorite soups, all the store's favorite soups. And it was photographed by my wonderful friend from Jag Studios. She's an amazing photographer. So this is available to you. There's a lot going on there. We have Beat the Bloat is my latest ebook that's out. So you have a lot of good stuff. I think there's like some yellow arrow down somewhere that you can click on that will take you and reach out. All right, so lentils, see how fast they cooked? Look at how nice. They should be pretty ready, yep. Now, once they're cooked, you can add salt. If you add salt before they're cooked through, they will not break down. Same with beans. Never put salt in your beans when you're cooking them. So now I would eat, for me, this meal would be my lentils, my greens, and then I would do either a piece of grilled chicken, a piece of fish, maybe a seared tofu. Like I said, if you're into the tempeh, you can add tempeh. It depends. It depends on what you like. I'm not into this works for me, so it works for everybody. I do not agree with that premise. I agree with the premise that what works for you is going to be the best for you. It's clean, organic, whole foods. You're in it. You're in it. All right, so this is our greens. Now, let's see what else. Let's go back over here and chat a little bit and see what else we have going on. We're going to put some things together. We have a little bit longer to go. Now, so for breakfast, for me, hey, Nate, how's it going? Hey, can I hand you this? Thank you. Watch the phone. Breakfast. So what I would do is, if I'm going to eat that for breakfast, you could crack a fried egg and eat like a fried egg or some scrambled eggs with greens on the side like that and a little bit of lentils. That's a great breakfast. You know, in our culture here in America, if you're not eating a donut and a 20-ounce sugary beverage that's hot with all kinds of syrups in them, you know, all of a sudden you're not eating breakfast. Ooh, how could you eat, you know, a piece of fish and some greens? Well, because it's better for me and I feel better. Hey, Rustic Peacock, how are you? So think about those things when you're making breakfast. Breakfast does not have to be, happy Wednesday. You're like me, early riser. Cooking in the morning. Sometimes I catch you in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, this woman is up so early. Cooking live. And then I hear the babies later. It's cute. So eggs with greens cooked in olive oil, warm oats with spices, nuts. And for me, I like oatmeal. Like if I'm making oatmeal, I'm putting oatmeal. I'm doing chia, maybe a little hemp, some goji berries, a little maple sugar, and then I'll do like an almond milk or a coconut milk. I always eat breakfast for dinner. Oh, you like eggs and that in the evening? That's great. I need ideas for pre-made breakfast. I have to be at work at 3:30 a.m. So Mel, when do you eat dinner? Give me like one type of dinner that you eat. Like, could you wake up in the morning and use that? Or do you need breakfast food? What about if you made yourself a frittata and then you ate, you warmed that up? If you need to stick with breakfast foods. Or you could do overnight oats if you like cold oats. A lot of people do that overnight thing. It's not my thing, but that might work. Baking by 5, I love it. Yes, Brianna, I get it. But, sometimes I worked with a mom last year and I created recipes for her whole family based on, it was like, one was the pickiest and everybody else kind of ate around her. And I put that together, and she was a working mom, attorney, like really busy too, like all of us that have children and we were, and, I'm pretty sure that worked out for her, but it takes a little bit of finesse and finagling. In my house, there's 3 of us and everybody ate a different meal. Leftover dinner for lunch. So then you take a leftover dinner for lunch. So Mel, then your dinner is the most important meal to you because everything else is going to branch from that. So when you make your dinner, you have to make it in mind that it's going to nourish you the next day. That would be my focus. So I would be making my favorite foods, that I can easily warm up for the next day. I guess that would be how I would handle that. What's up, Rob? How's it going, my friend? I'm pretty sure Rob and I are going to see each other when I get to Atlanta next week. I'm very excited to meet him. Are we going to do something live together? That would be fun. Do I have breakfast ideas for a week? I do, but it depends on you and what you love. But if I was going to do breakfast for a week, remember in my house we couldn't do it, or a gut lining breakfast. Well, if you can do fermented foods, I would probably do something like that. What's up with you? You guys are so funny. Best breakfast for liver health. Sorry, I got sidetracked if you answered. So for liver health, what we just did is perfect. And there's an entire, you want greens, you want, hold on, peeps. Hold on, guys, I have to fix something. Wait, when was this? Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. Are you in the stand? There's a link in the bio and a liver health section. I was going to just say that. Yes. It's in there. So gut line. All right, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm getting like, my crew is like waking up with and texting me with drama. Sorry. Give me 1 second. So liver, yeah. For liver, you want to do things that are support bile supportive, things like that. Like I would be adding grapefruit, greens, to my diet. We just did liver. When did we do liver? We did liver a couple of times in the last month that were really, really good. Lauren, I miss you. You're like my spot check. I love when you're here. I miss you very much. Oats are gonna work if you're not allergic to them. Eggs are really good. If you have a health issue with the liver, it would be probably a good thing to maybe not share it here, but that might have something, that is, important to look at. But what you're looking for is like high fiber, low fat, which is, sort of everything but fruits and vegetables. Try and add, like if you're going to do an oatmeal bowl, right? You could do it with like hemp and plant milk, apples, berries, like things like that. You want to add to it so it's easy to support the liver. You could do a chia pudding with a plant milk, with cinnamon, topped with berries. You could toast a little oats with that or slice a banana. That's going to give you the fiber to regulate liver enzymes. That's really important, right? I'm looking up my notes. What about like onions, garlic, greens, make like a hash. Add broccoli, cauliflower, like a vegetable hash. Yes, bitter green. I just made a pile of them. I just made a pile of bitter greens. A light egg and vegetables. So with the greens that we made over here, you could add like a fried egg. That's a great way. Or a scrambled egg or a poached egg, something like that. So those would be breakfasts that I would do that are going to help support you. If you wanted to do a smoothie, you could do apples, what else would go in there? Apples, pineapple, celery, ginger, something like that. Sassy. You want sassy greens? Yeah. Yeah, you might appreciate the recipe vault. There's a lot of good information in there. Oh, good. I'm glad. I hope you wrote that down. If you didn't write it down, you'll be able to watch this replay on YT. So check that out. Also if you did like a celery and cucumber with green apple juice and a little water, water it down just a little bit. That's a good thing too, because it's very cleansing. That will help too, okay? I know a lot of people are suffering from that fatty liver disease. So, hey, fatty liver disease. So, yeah, it's great. All right, next, breakfast. Eggs with greens cooked in olive oil, warm oats with spices, nuts and fruit, cinnamon, goji berry. You could chop an apple, banana. I personally like blueberries with my oatmeal. You could even do, really, in my house, my daughter could not do any of the breakfast stuff because she was gluten-free. So we would do things like, at the time she could eat shrimp, or I would make her a piece of salmon with like, I never accept a watered down version of our chef. Never. That's never going to happen. Do not worry. I would do salmon for her with a little bit of rice, and maybe her favorite vegetable at the time was broccoli. Now I can't. Hey, stop it. Dog is like a little piggy. Go over there. I don't like that. Don't look at me. You got to see this face. Come here. Say hello. I mean, how could you get mad at that face? So many have that, and it's a phenomenon not well understood, but probably due to poor nutrients. What is NAFL? You know I don't know letters. My restaurant, I'm in New York today, but I work in Connecticut. And hey, Annette, One Feather. How's your dog doing? He's fine. Nothing happened to him. It was fine. I think he slipped in the ice and maybe, dislocated his leg, but he hasn't had any problems since then. He's been good, Dee Dee, thank God. We didn't have to do anything. We lifted him after that. Maybe he's a little drama queen. I don't know. What's NAFL? I have no idea. I'm not good at those letters. I had gluten-free oatmeal with berries and a bit of maple sugar this morning. I love that, Renee. That's probably one of my favorite. Oh, you're going to the airport? We go to the airport tomorrow. Okay, so then I got a little bit more time. We didn't get a lot of cooking done. We got a lot of chatting. I mean, let me see. I think I have like 15 pages here and we got through 6. 12 pages and we got through 6. I love this chat today. It's been awesome. If you guys are interested in what I really do and offer, and you can see and you get involved and you're part of the fun, 2 whole eggs. Awesome. Love that. Lord, nice to see you. Thank you for my heart. Oh, Thor is like, pick me. My little big boy. There's no food up here. This is my little man. This is the guy that was all squished. And a mushroom coffee. That's wonderful. I'm going to eat those greens right now. And I don't know what else. Maybe some oatmeal. Thank you, Justice. We're halfway there. Ooh, living on a chef's life. My comment's not showing up. Can you do one word at a time? Like just write what the N is, do it like that. Non-alco. What, are you jealous? I'm not picking you both up. Go away. I shouldn't have started that. Non-alco. Oh. I got you. Non-blank liver disease. Got it. Yeah, isn't that interesting? I think it's diet. Well, it has to be. Has to be diet. There's some kind of crap in our, it could be the glyphosate too. We don't know. Got it. Gotcha. Also, I see fatty liver from no. Yeah, got it. So warming oats. Okay, so we did that. We did a lot on breakfast. Let's look at mid-morning here. I wanted to do these great snacks with you and I don't have time. Citrus and nuts, oranges, grapefruits, small handful of almonds, really good. They're alkalizing, so that's really important. Lunch, lentils, beets, and greens with maybe a slice of a little piece of chicken or a little piece of fish. Next stop, liver cleanse. That's in the cleanse book. There's a liver cleanse in the cleanse book. It's pretty good. We have a cleanse ebook. It's 240 pages. I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen it, read it, used it yet, downloaded it, bought it, whatever. But it's very comprehensive. I am adding a section this year. It's on my list for parasite cleanse. And I think I'm going to add a heavy metal as well. Okay, so in that you're going to do wilted spinach and chard, use olive oil, lemon juice, pinch of cumin, turmeric, all these things. So you're nourishing your circulation, your digestion. Beets enhance the blood flow. All of these things are powerful food choices that help you better than, in addition to your pills. I like heavy metal. Afternoon support. These are what I wanted to do. Pomegranate and dark chocolate pairing. A little pomegranate juice. Do you remember the drink I made for the holidays? It was like pomegranate, lime with a little bit of sparkling water, something like that with a square of dark chocolate. I mean, that is delicious. Doesn't that sound delicious? I should make that for you guys right now. Let me see. I think I have pomegranate. Let's see. Do I still have? I could drink that right now. I feel like. Let's see. Pomegranate. Oh, this is tart cherry. It's kind of the same way. Let me see. Oh, I have pomegranate. I have cranberry and pomegranate, but it's not open, so I'm not going to open it because I won't drink it fast enough. But here's tart cherry. It's going to do the same thing. Watch. Let's make that really fast. This is a wonderful drink, and if you're using pomegranate or cranberry, it's so awesome to have this in your rotation of food. Let me get out my lime. And we need sparkling water. Do I have that? I do. I really do. So this is how I do this. This is wonderful. If you're going to a wedding or a birthday, I mean, you're not really going to find it, but if you're having guests, then you can buy the right, you want the organic ones. You want the ones that don't add any weird concentrates. You just want the real thing. And then you add your sparkling water. This is a great thing to drink if you're at work and you're just not in the mood to drink water. And then you squeeze your lime. Fresh with veggies. I love that. Yes, that's the one I have, Mystical, the pomegranate blue, cranberry. Love this. And there's nothing in it. This one's Knudsen. It's got apple, cranberry, pomegranate, concentrate, all organic, which I love. And then that's it with your lime. Look at that refreshing drink. That's good. Tart cherry does the same thing, but it's better for your joints. It like kind of rinses your joints and gives them a little bit healthier, Okay, so that's really good. And then eat a piece with your pomegranate juice or your tart cherry, eat a piece of, it's so good. It cleans your system. It's kind of sort of like a gentle scrub for your body. I believe so, yes. But what's good about the cherry one is great. Pomegranate is great for helping circulation, emotional nourishment, all of that. And then the cherry is good for your joints and inflammation in your joints. It really makes a difference. And it's very tart. So to add a little lime and a little bit of sparkling water really makes it. Where do you get this? They sell these juices, the Knudsen and the Lakewood juices. They sell in Sprouts, Whole Foods, places like that. I would imagine you can get them in local health food stores, which I love for you to find first, and then look at the other places. And you might find them in grocery stores, but they're going to be very expensive in a regular grocery store. You're not going to get them less money in a grocery store versus a health food store. My old hockey knees. You're welcome, Justice. Yeah, local. That's about $8. Yeah. Mike Tyson knocks me out. Bump. Is that what that is? Is that what those drums are? Okay. So then for dinner, you're talking about salmon with warm grains, a whole grain rice like a basmati, a quinoa. I want to do something with ancient grains with you guys too. Like icorn and amaranth, that we don't normally use. We're like a regular rock band. Cooked quinoa, roasted broccoli or steamed broccoli, Brussels sprouts, some sauteed shiitake mushrooms with leeks and olive oil. You're getting it, right? Like you can eat really well and delicious, and it still tastes good and it's satisfying. Remember that. We don't, we are so programmed, Chinese food, Mexican food, from fast food places or, restaurants with all those heavy oils and, God knows what's going on. And then, or diner food or pizza, ugh. When we walk away from those foods, and I'm going to tell you, when you eat a bowl of sauteed greens with a small piece of fish, not only, or chicken, or even if you want to have like a small, like 3-ounce portion of some grilled steak, make sure it's grass finished. Especially if you have heart issues, you should be only eating 100% grass finished beef. Period. Because it has the omega 3s, 6, and 9s from the grass, and your body handles that differently. So if you want to have, not talking about a 10-ounce steak, I'm talking about 3 or 4 ounces with some really nice sauteed greens. I wouldn't put any potato with it, so you can easily break it down. Maybe a half a sweet potato, something like that. Good. They're probably grass finished, Mystical. And that makes it great. Shreds with grated Brussels sprouts, shreds with grated broccoli. Well, I like raw Brussels sprouts over, shredded over roasted. Can't eat them. I try, but yuck. All right. Everybody's kind of getting the 411 on this, yes? Beverages for heart health. I thought this was important. Morning beverages, warm, these help support circulation, gentle wakefulness, digestive, really helps. So good. Love that. Fresh lemon juice and warm water. Ginger tea encourages circulation. If you drink fresh ginger as a tea and it's like, 3 or 4 very super thin slices in a little cup of water, let it steep. You don't want sweet potato? Don't eat them. Don't eat them, Annette. What's another carby vegetable you like? Carrots? Eat carrots. If you don't like any of those, don't eat them. Eat green beans. You drank fresh ginger. California Huntress, how are you? Nice to see you. Hi, Queen Rachel. Thank you for my heart. Ginger turmeric tea, good. This is for heart. Green tea, black tea, all of those, right? Circulation, the rich catechins in the green tea help with cardio-metabolic health. Provides polyphenols, supports the vascular system. This is black tea. Midday beverages. This. It's a nice, refreshing drink in the afternoon. Orange, lemon, or grapefruit slices steeped in water. You get vitamin C and the flavonoids that support your energy and your blood vessels. Mineral water is really good, supports hydration, electrolyte. There's a whole list of drinks that we made in the recipe vault for like the alligator aid drinks that are not filled with chemicals and sugars. They're like fresh and delicious. There's a whole bunch of them in the recipe vault. Afternoon support. Green tea gives you the energy to push you over to the next level of the day. I like yerba mate also. Ginger and cinnamon infusion. Evening beverages, Tulsi, chamomile, and lemon balm. Done. Somebody said some other one they liked. What was the other one somebody said in here? Do you guys remember? I don't remember. And then heart-soothing cacao beverage. So on occasion, you can warm cacao like a dark chocolate cacao with a plant milk, like almond milk, Moline tea. That's more, well, you aren't, is it, that's like very good for airways and asthmatics and stuff. That's really good. That's calming in a different way, right? You can warm cacao powder. It's like dark chocolate powder, right? Yeah, see, that's why you love that so much. Keeps your airways open. I love that. You can add a lemon balm tea bag in that too. Yerba mate, I would drink that before noon. It is a non-jittery sort of natural caffeine. It's not the caffeine like that we know caffeine, but it's from, I believe it's from Argentina, and you are alert and awake and vibrant without jitters. It's really powerful. Love that tea. I would not drink that afternoon, after 12 o'clock. I steep both together. Great minds think alike, Robin. Okay, next, with the hot cocoa, with plant-based, with a pinch of cinnamon, and even if you want, you could put a pinch of cayenne in that with a dark chocolate. It's really good. That's a nice drink around the fire. If you wanted to make some fresh whipped cream, I'm not going to tell anybody. I don't believe that's going to hurt anybody. Now, if you make 2 cups of whipped cream and you eat all of that with the hot cocoa and you add a ton of sugar, now we're talking that's not going to work. If you add a little maple sugar to that or coconut sugar, if you want to sweeten it just a little, all of that works. But if you're a dark chocolate fan and you do that cacao powder with a little cinnamon, a pinch of cayenne, that is a nice, once in a while, occasional thing. It's beautiful. By a fireplace in the winter. You got it? Don't say Chef said I could drink hot cocoa, because I did not say that. Just saying. Now, I didn't get to this, and I wanted to make it today. I wanted to make walnut berry cacao heart bites. I'm going to do a video for you guys so that you get them. I got to do that video. I'm going to write it down. They're so good. You chill them and eat them. They're so good. They're with chia, raw cacao powder, olive oil, a little maple, raw almonds and blueberries. They're so good. I have a couple of snacks in here that are warm cinnamon apple with almonds, a walnut berry and cacao. I wanted to get to all of these today, but we've been yapping so much. It's been great. Avocado, lemon, and seed mash, and a savory lentil and olive oil snack. There you go. That is your heart health today. I think we covered a lot today. I hope that you guys learned something. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you've not been here before, it's the Organic Food Movement across social media. YT has our replays. The Book of Vase is a great place to go and meet some of the people that you see here that have been scrolling, that have been with me for 15, 16 months, that really understand and have learned, and they can help you navigate and follow. And then if you click that yellow arrow at the bottom of the screen, that's going to take you to my friend Stan's house, and he's going to show you around there. It's so ridiculous that we talk in Morse code. Like I gotta tap out a code through the whole thing or blink my eyes. It's silly. Hi, Tyler. How did you get that up there before? Did you do that? Did you sneak in here and post that? Because I cannot. We had to get this shoppable thing off of here. That was hilarious. Hi, Queen. Thanks for the follow. All right, my loves. hope that you loved this. My schedule's a little wonky. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to do the best I can. Thank you. Thank you, June. I'm going to do the best I can this week, trying to get to you because I'm traveling, going to see my daughter this weekend. We'll be back on next Thursday. However, I'm still going to do my classes, even if I have to yap through them rather than cook. Oh, thank you, Justice. All my classes on here are open. You know, the only one on Monday nights is our Superfan class, and that one is just where the Superfans can't chat, but they can watch. That's what. Check out the Justice. Check out the seriously, the LINK and the BIO. That's where you can spend money or even download free stuff. There's a bunch of things that you can get that are free. And then there's, you know, my soup cookbook. There's downloadable books. The Recipe Vault is really, really powerful space for good, clean, healthy food. And all of my kitchen pharmacy classes like this. And you can see all the replays on YT, full. We don't edit them because we have no time. If you loved it here today, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. What's tomorrow, Thursday? I'll either do my Q&A in the morning or the Q&A at night. That's where I'm sitting. What is that fun thing? What was that? A quarterback Frank. I love that. Thank you. So, you know, I hope you had a good time here today. I see a lot of new faces. Welcome. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I've been, you know, I'm trying to just build value for you guys to have a place to learn how to shift our diets to something that's sustainable, healthy, you know, and let food be your remedy. That's the deal. And still enjoy it. Gotta enjoy it. Okay, watch. That is so freaking cute, Robin. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, don't forget to claim your points today, peeps. They're so helpful to all of us. I really appreciate everybody being here today. Thanks for the gifts, the shares, the taps, the chat rolling, all that fun stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Gita, for the follow. Char Strike. Thank you, my friend. You're so sweet. Yes, it's already a great day. I got to spend my morning with you guys. Love you, Robin. Hi, Joan. Have a beautiful day, too. All right, bye, guys. See you. I'll see you tomorrow night for our Q&A, and it is at what time? Thursdays, 8 p.m. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, I have to go this way. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. Bye, Lauren. LUMIB. I have no idea, Robin. I'm so bad. You know I can't do it. I have to leave a list. You guys are going to have to send me a list of all those different things. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Oh, we only need, look at that. We need 1.2 thousand. Maybe I'll go on tonight so we can get back up to C1. Love you, mean it, bye. Got it. I think you do that a lot and I never remember it. All right, see you guys.